Hey everyone! Come behind the scenes with me on my trip to China for the Asian Stand-Up Paddleboard Championship. From the flight to arriving in Hubei and meeting the teams. We left Tehran around 11 p.m. on our Mahan flight. The airport was quiet, just our team, and the plane felt like ours alone. As soon as we boarded, it hit me. We were really going to China. Looking out at the runway lights, it felt surreal. After a long overnight flight and a decent meal, we landed in Beijing at 6 a.m. The early morning arrival after all-night travel felt unreal. Then came a 2 to 3 hour bus ride to Hubei. Misty roads and small towns flashed by like movie scenes. Finally, we arrived at the championship. Teams from Japan, China, and beyond greeted us with smiles. Checking into the hotel and opening the door, I paused. This is where the real adventure begins. The next morning started calm and chilly with breakfast at the hotel. We were then invited by the mayor's office to tour the city. We visited a local cement factory and learned about some traditions, like tying a red string to a special pole to make a wish. I helped translate from Chinese to English, then to Persian for my teammates. It was fun, and at one point I even repeated a phrase in Persian for everyone. Such a sweet, light-hearted moment. After exploring, we had a simple, fresh fish lunch, the perfect end to our first full day. After lunch, we headed to the competition venue by a stunning, calm lake, perfect for paddling. I bought a super light paddle and checked out the boards hard after the venue. We rested, had dinner, and got ready for the next day, my first races. I competed in the 1,500 meters heats and finished first, straight to the semifinals. Some athletes from other teams, my competitors, came over to take pictures together. It was such a nice, friendly moment. The vibe was relaxed, and everyone just enjoyed it. For the final round, the big one, I wanted to be completely ready. So, before heading to the venue, we went with our Chinese friends who were guiding us to a local juice shop. It was a really famous spot in that era. When the finals started, I took off like an Iranian cheetah, fast, focused, and locked in. I pulled ahead from the first stroke and built such a big lead that by the time I crossed the finish line, the second-place athlete was just arriving. Finishing first with that much distance felt incredible. All the training and early mornings really paid off. Then came the ultimate final, the toughest race with only the strongest athletes. I stayed focused, pushed hard from the start, and finished first again.
要坚定自己的信念。
After the race, the other athletes were amazing. We hugged, shared stories about our countries, exchanged Instagram IDs, and took pictures. It was such a friendly, unforgettable moment. I also saw a really unique board, something super rare and designed for a different style of paddling. The next day, we packed and headed toward Beijing to catch our flight back home. We had been in China for about 10 to 12 days. Even their little airport trolleys were so cute, and everything had its own charm. The airport was stunning, modern, and spacious. Inside, big display panels showed the history of the country, from ancient times to now, highlighting their progress. Honestly, one of the most beautiful airports I've ever seen. After that, we headed toward the plane for our flight back to Iran, but then something completely unexpected happened. The flights got canceled, all of them, and we ended up staying in China for an extra 2 or 3 days. Because of that, they took us to an emergency accommodation hotel that they use for situations like this. And honestly, it was way nicer than I ever imagined. Super clean, modern, and honestly even better than the hotel we were staying in during the competition. I was lucky enough to get a single room all to myself, which felt like such a blessing after such a long trip. The service was amazing too. Everything was organized, smooth, and the room even had a really nice view. And the coolest part? They had this adorable little robot that worked as a hotel assistant. It would deliver things to the rooms and help with different tasks at the same time. At one point, we asked it to bring us water, and it actually did. It rolled right up to us with the bottles. It was so funny and honestly so cool to see. On the last day at the hotel, the flights finally reopened, and we headed to Beijing Airport. It was huge, beautiful, and honestly one of the most stunning airports I've ever seen. I don't even know how to explain it. Every corner had something interesting. They had these giant displays showing China's entire timeline, from ancient history all the way to their modern achievements. There were projection screens that showed the country's progress, literally from the days when it was just land and soil to the advanced, futuristic China we were standing in. It was fascinating to watch. After exploring the airport, we boarded our Meihan flight and finally headed back to Iran. We had to switch to another Meihan flight for the trip back to Iran. While waiting at the airport, I had lunch there because the plain meals weren't sitting well with me. I also had a sandwich that was way too spicy. I could barely take a bite, but I forced myself to eat it. That night, we were on the plane heading back, and by the next morning, we finally arrived home.
This is the number one. One is the loneliest number tu